What if that Bougainvillea spilling over your fence wasn't discovered by Bougainville at all, but by a bold 26-year-old woman disguised as a man? Welcome to this series where we spill El Chisme, lore, and the low-key magic behind your favorite leafy baddies. Today we're diving headfirst into El Chisme completo of a true OG, the stunning Bougainvillea plant. There's so much to say about this extraordinary plant. She can be a vine, a trail, even a tree, shape-shifting like a pro. She packs impressive medicinal powers that heal and uplift. When I first moved to Miami, I couldn't help but notice they really like her here. She's everywhere, like the city's unofficial mascot. Digging into her story, I found out she's not a native here at all, and that there's a juicy, lesser-known story about the origin of her name that changed the way I see this plant forever. Flash back to the 1760s. Scientific expeditions were strictly boys-only clubs, but Jeanne, an herbalist from rural France, wasn't about to let a rulebook stop her. At 26, she wrapped her chest, put on men's clothes, and signed aboard Louis-Antoine de Bougainville's voyage as Jeanne. She was an expert herbalist, the lover and assistant to Philibert Commerson, the expedition's lead botanist. Just before the scheduled departure of the expedition, Jeanne appeared dockside, dressed like a male seaman, and volunteered for the mission. The supposed seaman was hired, and Commerson immediately took him on as his personal servant. Because his servant would share Commerson's quarters, the couple was able to keep Jeanne's identity secret. When Commerson fell ill, Jeanne took charge, carrying heavy plant presses, collecting specimens, and leading botanical research through the forests of South America, the Pacific Islands, and beyond. Over the course of the 3-year voyage, Jeanne participated in collecting more than 6,000 plant specimens, a staggering achievement that greatly expanded scientific knowledge at the time. One of her greatest finds was the spectacular tropical vine with bright pink and purple bracts, the plant we now call Bougainvillea, named after the expedition leader but actually discovered by Jeanne. Her discovery was a key moment in expanding botanical knowledge and global biodiversity understanding during the Age of Exploration. Yet her name remained hidden for many years in traditional accounts. Women explorers like Jeanne were incredibly rare in the 18th century, especially on official scientific missions. She had to keep her gender secret, binding her chest, acting with utmost caution, never changing clothes openly, and even claiming to be a eunuch to deflect rumors. Her disguise sparked suspicion among the crew, especially during the high-drama crossing the line ceremony at the equator, where she avoided full participation to keep her secret safe. Her identity was finally outed in Tahiti, when locals immediately recognized her as a woman. To protect her from their curiosity and risk, she was swiftly brought back to the ship. Life aboard remained tough. Jeanne faced isolation, mistrust, and even assaults by crewmates demanding proof of her gender. But she endured. Knowing the incredible story behind Bougainvillea adds a whole new layer of meaning when you invite this plant into your space. Jeanne Baret's life challenges stereotypes about women's roles in history, science, and exploration. After Commerson's death, Baret operated a successful tavern, and in 1774 she married a French soldier named Jean Dubernat. She and Dubernat traveled to France, arriving in 1775. Jeanne Baret thus became the first woman to circumnavigate the globe. When you look at a Bougainvillea now, you will see the fingerprints of a woman who crossed oceans disguised as someone else, just to study what she loved. Jeanne Baret reminds us que la passion, real, messy, unstoppable, can outgrow any rule made to keep us small. We're building a whole garden of plant chisme here, so stick around porque it's sexy to really know your plants.